Greetings, everyone. I'm Eric with Your Essential Practice. I would love to thank every single one of you for clicking on these videos and just an enormous sense of heartfelt gratitude for sharing, liking, commenting, and subscribing. I know this is right at the beginning of the video, but yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for every one of you out there for clicking on this video. If you'd like a personal rune reading from me or any of the rune sets or jewelry or palm stones or like keychain styles that you see on the set, or want a custom order, please check out the shop at youressentialpractice.com. Link is down below, or you can message me through any of the socials. Link is down in the descriptions as well. We have a relatively calm week getting into this week. A lot of transitions from and with a lot of that Gemini Aries kind of energy from last week, and moving into kind of a more calm, more lull this week, and then it'll pick up pace again next week. So there's some good news, a little bit of silver lining there. No extra information for the astrology down in the description box for this week. So let's jump right on into your divinely guided rune reading.
Greetings, Scorpio, and welcome to your divinely guided rune reading for the week. I've already cleansed the energetic space and shuffled your runes for this reading. Stay tuned, because at the end we have a message of clarity from the Soul's Journey Oracle deck here at the end of the reading. Let's jump right on in, and in your past energies position, we have Algis, the rune of faith. This is a lot of coming from a defensive position, maybe needing to hold your ground in some sort of an aspect here. This is very grounded energy. This is the elk rune. This is that antlers of the elk with the built-in divine defense, also your divine connection. So probably something like a claircognizance, probably a clair knowing of some sort of way has been telling you to stick to some sort of standard, right? So in your now energies, you have Ansus, the rune of communication. So Ansus, the rune of communications, like the antenna rune, this is prophetic dream works, divine downloads. A lot of people have been getting this in these readings. Ansus has been prevalent here. A lot of divine downloads, a lot of communication with divine. Divine's been busy, like waking up a lot of people, and I think a lot of people are now like finally like learning how to tune it in, and kind of comprehend some of these big aha moments that they've been needing, myself included. So Ansus is a beautiful rune to have. This is a lot like a lot easier to meditate, a lot more willing to meditate even, or prophetic dream work, vivid dreams, remembering your dreams, epiphany type dreams, right? Or not epiphany, but what's that called? Premonition type dreams. In your energetic near future is Yera. Yera is an irreversible rune of the harvest. So this is literally meaning the year. It's at the end of the year. There's the harvest, right? We harvest the crops. The farmer they will evaluate the harvest. So what we sow, we reap, right? Did I plant the right seed? Did I plant enough seed? Did I nurture it? Was it in a good location? Do I have enough to last me these upcoming energies, right? This is a big evaluation period, right? The cyclical kind of nature of life kind of plays into this as well. Endings making beginnings simultaneously, or beginnings making endings simultaneously. This like the circle of life kind of stuff. So a lot of clarity moving into a lot of learning and evaluation here from this, almost like an inaction point in your past here. So Scorpio, this is really interesting. Let's see what your influence here is right now. It is an Ewas. Ewas is the horse rune. This is a lot like your pilgrimage energies. Man's best friend was the horse back in the day. Very dependable creature, and was very versatile, right? Could prove itself through many sort of different instances. So this is an energetic source that's proven itself to you through different sort of instances throughout your life, so that you're kind of influenced maybe by this pilgrimage type of energy, or maybe you want to travel to a spiritually recharging place for you, like it's an invitation to Machu Picchu or Stonehenge or someplace like that, or a retreat or something like that. Right? Take what resonates, please. Leave what doesn't. Also, let me know in the comments below how this resonates here with you. All right, Scorpio, you have this beautiful energy because this is, I believe, your relationship with Divine Source. You had a very interesting rune reading last week where I think a lot of that was even tested, but a lot of it was even strengthened here for you. And here, yeah, you have in your advice position is Lagus. It's very much your water and your flow energy here, Scorpio. Your intuition work, your divine flow work, your scrying, uh, your emotional healing work. That's your advice to get into for right now, because that'll help you discern a lot of these incoming communications to you. Maybe you see how these look like two lagus put together, right? That's a mirror, right? So this is an emotional connection. So this is that emotional connection that's proven itself to you. So this is really maybe relying on that and enhancing that, or maybe using your intuition. Interesting. Let me know in the comments below. This got me stumped here a little bit. You're going to be learning a lot from this, though, regardless. And I think you're in your last week, you were starting that learning process, and yeah, you're under the influence of Gemini energy, reluctantly for you. I know it's not your favorite, but it's also expansive energy for a lot of people. Yeah, you get to remain more vigilant for yourself and your upcoming energies here in your future. This is in your outcome. This is in your energetic near future. Let me clarify. This is your best possible outcome. So you get to kind of galvanize yourself on rigid. This is Isa, the rune of ice. So you get to kind of toughen up, Buttercup, a little bit. You probably were a little wounded in the heart, or maybe even just in the ego here, which kind of disguises itself as the heart sometimes, like in the last week or two here. And you're kind of maybe getting over that, is what it looks like here. And it's maybe like a frenemy, or maybe you're better off being friends sort of relationship, or maybe just like moving on from a toxic work environment, or maybe just saying, I'm not going to talk to that toxic coworker because I learned my lesson. Right? I had to like be in my defense, but now I've learned my lesson, whatever it is, and moved on. This is interesting stuff here, Scorpio. Let's get a message of clarity here from the Soul's Journey Oracle deck. These are messages straight from Source, straight from Divine, directly to your spirit, directly to your soul. So Divine, please show us clearly, what message of clarity do you have for Scorpio today for this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading? Please show us clearly, what message of clarity do you have for Scorpio today for this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading? Please show us clearly, what message of clarity do you have for us today for this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading for Scorpio? You want that card? Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Yeah. Follow your yeah, right, Scorpio? Follow your yeah. Happiness. Let's read about that card, shall we? Again, it says, I am aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. Before incarnating, Scorpio, your soul created a blueprint for you to follow in this physical dimension. The easiest way to chart this path is to follow your bliss. Life is full of choices and opportunities. Spirit, in its infinite wisdom, has given you the emotion of happiness to guide you. The signposts are always there, but you have to acknowledge them and have the courage to follow them. As you hold, or as you look at this card, not as you hold it, do you feel that you are living a life of happiness, Scorpio? In what areas could happiness be lacking for you? It may be time to be truthful to your soul self. It may be time to listen to its language and intuit if there is someone or a scenario holding you back from experiencing complete happiness. Even though it might be painful to admit, Scorpio, you need to be completely truthful. Be mindful of how happiness will affect every aspect of your life on your path. Also, intuit if there is someone else in your life who needs to be brought into the awareness of happiness. That could be the case. This is important to recognize as well. Others will want to learn from you, and whether you admit it or not, Scorpio, you can be their teacher. You often are. It's either you or Gemini. You're like the two best teachers in the whole zodiac. All right, continuing. When you are filled with love and compassion, not only do you bring happiness into your life, but you lead others by example. Be the light, Scorpio. Yeah. Healing that divine feminine, be that happiness, right? Galvanize yourself, solidify, right? Your happiness, right? You've learned that lesson. Namaste, Scorpio. Have a blessed and abundant week.